Street Phone 6010 account. Online status off. Posted in our theft finals. By Adept Big 6969, 5 hours ago. The community will be the death of this game. I'm a day one player and I remember the game being super chill. At first, in players being polite and just looking to have fun. But the last few months proved me the game took a turn. Fast forward 2 years later, you can't play a game without somebody raging in the chat. This sub keeps saying that this game deserves more players. Yet new players get insulted in every casual game, just because they're not good enough. I played a game this morning of TDM, and a LVL25 player was using the spear and did not do very well. We ended up losing, and 2 teammates told him to never play the game ever again. As much as I love the finals, the community will be the death of this game. Here's a personal example. I finally got my wife to try the game. She never touched a FPS in her life. Showed her the basics in the practice range before hopping in TDM. I'm glad I told her to deactivate the in-game chat beforehand, because the main reason she was reluctant to try the game was in fear of being insulted. And guess what? It happened on the very first game. We need to do better as a community by creating a safe space for everyone on the game. I only play on a handheld now, which makes typing in the chat pretty complicated. But for the love of God, when you see a dummy trash talking in the chat, please intervene.
I can really relate to this because the first time I played Terminal Attack, I did not know the rules and how to play this game. And instead of somebody coming in there and saying, hey, the goal is to try to get the key into the base, or try to defend the base, I was just told that I was stupid and that I was not good at the game and I should never play the game again. And obviously, I think I got into getting mad and like yelling at them at the mic on the mic as well. And it was not a very fun experience because I'm just like, that was one of the reasons I just stopped turning my mic on, because I was just like, y'all are just toxic, bro. Like, y'all just, like, I don't know, being mean. But like, when Banker was here, one of the things I would always try to do is when people would try to play like Team Deathmatch, I'm like, hey, this isn't Team Deathmatch. You want to get the coins into the thing. So I would guide people in the game and show them how it's played. And one of the reasons I did that is because I wanted people to understand how to play the game. That's why, again, I feel sad that aspect of the game is gone. Again, I complain about it all the time. But one of the things that I would say is that when we had people in the game who actually wanted people to play the game well, you had people who were educating about the game. They were like, hey, this is how the game is played, and this is the objective of the game. And when you understood the objective, you could play it well. Again, I remember someone playing this game playing Banker for the first time and not knowing how to play it, and then once they learned how to play it, it's like, oh, this is actually so much fun. And we played for a while before they had to get off and I think it was that they had to clean their room or something like that. But it's a fun experience when you share with people who want you to do well versus people who are just sweats, which the game now is just full of sweats. It's hyper competitive. It's hyper, I guess, energetic is what the best way to put it. You have so many people who want to just do good at the game, and they don't. There's not really a space for, why are you playing ads right now? Guess I had it on the wrong jazz, the one that doesn't have ads. Yeah, but like when you have people who were just chill and they would want you to play, they wanted you to play well, they gave you tips, they would encourage you, they would try to help you out. That culture has disappeared, and it's upsetting. I don't know, it's upsetting now.
Not demotivate people that are willing to have fun. 51 upvotes, 55 comments. By remarkable title 190, user Flare, Orf Happy, Orphism Devout, Orf Happy, 2 hours ago, 20 votes, level 1, translation available. Thank you, I felt like I was going insane. People used to post in the sub surprised about how good our community was, period. Everyone was helpful to new players. There was very little toxicity for a long time. I'm honestly not sure what happened. By Still Blue 6, 1 hour ago, 7 votes, level 2, translation available. I'm honestly not sure what happened. The majors happened. By Idris Wrath, 52 minutes ago, 0 votes, level 3, translation available. The accuracy of this statement. By Mihao 5600.
So, I mean, I don't know how much the majors have changed the competitiveness of this game, but I mean, I know they wanted to make it more esports friendly, so maybe that's what made it more of a toxic community. Again, I like this game being competitive, but man, it's just like they become more competitive and less beginner friendly, and it's like there's no way new players are gonna come to this game when it's this harsh of an environment. It's like as soon as you get in to the finals, you get flamed immediately, especially on team deathmatch. That seems like the most like the one that you can acclimate to the quickest, the one you can acclimate to the quickest. And even with that, it's just a harsh environment. Power Shift, don't even try it at this point, because again, the healing meta has just changed that game entirely. Unless you have someone who knows what they're doing, it is almost impossible to win now. And I'm not saying that to say like the game's impossible to play. It's that you have to know how to knock a heavy off of the platform, and trying to use a light is not going to work. Using a medium, it might work, but even then, it's just like there's so much to the game now that's so dynamic that makes it so unapproachable in so many ways now. It's just not beginner friendly at all anymore. And again, Cash Out is just again, if I had to play Cash Out as the only game mode on here, I wouldn't ever touch the game again, because having to sit out for 30 seconds is just not the play for me. I don't like having to sit out for most of the match. It's like, well, then get better. It's like, it's not a matter of getting better. It's the fact that it's so hyper competitive that if you get knocked out, your team is more incentivized to try to get in steal the base, or try to defend, try to get the cash out. But the only way that actually works is if you have the team. But most people don't want to play that way, because then they have to try to revive you, and then once they revive you, they have to try to go steal the base. And it's just like, that's the way it should be played. But honestly, Cash Out is not played with a lot of teamwork. Usually it's usually individual strategies doing different things, and so everyone ends up getting taken out all at once, and everyone's waiting. And it's like, yeah, that's what ends up happening normally, where it's not really a lot of teamwork. It's usually people playing individually, doing their own individual thing, having their own strategy. And it's like, this game is not really beginner friendly anymore. And also, yeah, the teamwork aspect of this, again, I don't even turn my mic on anymore because of how toxic people have been. And it's just like, yeah, because of how many people get upset when they lose. There's so many times I'll see like in the voice chat, not the voice chat, but like the text chat, it's like, what the frick, da da da. I'm like, chill, dude. Like, it's okay, it's just a game. It's like, well, you guys all suck, and that I could have done better without all of you guys. Okay, well, you don't need to be on the game, and also, chill. Like, so, yes, I understand. Truly, this game has become a toxic cesspool, but that's also because it's become hyper competitive now. It's not really something that's in any way really casual. The only casual game we have on here is Power Shift. I'm like, okay, again, not Power Shift, but that's what I mean. My bad. Yeah, Point Break. Point Break is the only casual game mode we have on here. And again, it's I feel like if you want to make the game better, it's like, again, Point Break along with Terminal Attack. You have the competitive aspect of the game and the casual aspect of the game, and you can attend to both sides. But I don't know. I feel like they have so many unique games on here that, again, they don't appeal to a lot of people. Again, Quick Cash and Cash Out are the same thing. The only difference is one has more cash outs. Point Break is Terminal Attack Lite. Power Shift is the game you play on Overwatch. But I mean, just again, trying to get people off the platform it feels like it's impossible. Team Deathmatch is dominated by lights. Sorry, it's just the light class is just way too quick and hard to dominate in that mode. Head to head is just Cash Out, but with fewer teams. And that's the versatility of the game. It's not like it really is all that flexible anymore, and it's upsetting because the game has so much potential, and I don't know, it feels like they squander it, really.
178. User Flare. Ezerlt. Profile badge for the achievement top 1% commenter. 12 minutes ago. 1 vote. Level 3. Translation available. Nah, bro. It's been here since day 1, LOL. Nothing happened, other than more people are on the sub, which means larger volume of people complaining. And every season people have pointed at that one thing that's the cause. S1 bugs, S2 marketing, S3 terminal attack, S4 lack of players, S5 optimization, S6 lack of esports serious LOL, S7 healing metacomma, S8 esports. People are always gonna complain for any reason. By Still Blue 6, 20.
I mean, that's like legitimate points. I can absolutely understand if on season 1 there were a lot of bugs, which if there were a lot of bugs, I'm not gonna say there's not a problem with that, but it does actually mess with the experience, because that was the thing that messed with Cyberpunk's issue when it rolled out. And that's a very bad first impression. If you look at the numbers for season 1, they lost so many players. And I mean, I understand why, because people looked at the game and thought it was a battle royale, and they're like, it's not a battle royale? What is this? Cash out? No. And so they started off with, I think it was 200,000, and they dropped all the way down to 20,000, like 10% of that. And I'm like, wow. Okay, well, I mean, I'm glad the people who liked the game stuck around, but yeah, the people who, when they first got to the game, they're like, I don't know what this is, but this is not what I expected. And so they all left. What was it say? Season 2 marketing. They haven't marketed this game. The only reason I even knew about this game is because I watched someone named Rocket Sloth, who talks about different games and different qualities and things that have come back out of the dark, or things that are unknown treasures. You know, what is it? What is the term that people use? Hidden treasures. And this is one of those games I think got put on the list. I'm like, oh, let me check this out. And this game immediately made me want to get a PlayStation 5, because I'm like, I don't want a PlayStation 5. And then I saw this game, I'm like, yes, I do. And then I played it, and I'm like, I don't think I like this game. And the only reason I felt like that is because I played Cash Out. I'm like, Cash Out is not the move for me. I don't ever want to play this game ever again. And then I played Bank It, and I'm like, you know what? I think I actually like this game. Season 3 Terminal Attack. To be fair, that was a new game mode that season, and a lot of people were like, why is this game mode here? It's like, because they're trying something different. And ever since Terminal Attack got established on this game, there have always been rumors that it was going to get removed. It stayed around till season 7, and I was still enjoying it every moment I could, because I had a feeling it was going to get removed. And my feeling was right. Again, I'm less upset about Terminal Attack being removed than I am about Bank It. Bank It was the one that astonished me, and I still feel like heated because of that. And I'm like, I actually liked that game. And Terminal Attack I could live without, because I'm like, I have Rainbow Six Siege. I can play Rainbow Six Siege. But Bank It being removed entirely was like, what? Season 4, lack of players. I didn't think there was a lack of players in Season 4, and even if there was, I enjoyed what they had Season 4. As a matter of fact, I think Season 4 is when they took away, it wasn't Team Deathmatch. They had taken away Team Wipes out of Bank It, which made the game way quicker and a lot more fluid in the way it played. And in Season 5, they took it away altogether, and that really saddened me, because that's when they added Team Deathmatch, but then took away Bank It. And I held on to the hope, Season 5 all the way till now, that they would bring Bank It back, and it was futile. Again, Season 6 never brought it back. Season 7 was the last season they had Terminal Attack. Season 8 was trash. Season 8 was so bad. I've uninstalled this game a few times, and Season 8 was the one that definitely made me uninstall it. I'm like, I don't like this game at all. They took away the revive mechanic on Season 8 for Team Deathmatch, and I'm like, I don't want to touch this game anymore. I'm sorry, this game feels just like, again, it's a shell of its former self. And while it definitely feels a lot better, they did a lot more balancing this season. It still feels like it's missing parts, because again, I remember how great Bank It used to be and how great Terminal Attack used to be, and the fact that it's not here makes the game feel like it's broken or like it's missing pieces. And again, those were core parts of the game that they felt like didn't need to continue with the game going forward. I'm like, why would you take aspects away from your game? And I asked this 1,000 times. Why would you take aspects away from your game? But I guess, again, they didn't think it was important to keep it around, so they took it away. And yeah, it makes me sad. Anyways, we're going to continue with the Reddit.
7 minutes ago. 1 vote. Level 4. Translation available. I disagree, man. I've personally noticed a big shift in the community since when I started in Season 3. It's got to the point where I can't even make it through an hour-long session without running into at least one toxic teammate if I'm solo queuing. It didn't used to be like that, and I've always played with text and voice chat on. By Small Rocks, User Flare, Holtau, 3 hours ago, 16 votes, Level 1, Translation available. I remember my very first match in S1. I got teamed up with 2 other players who knew what they were doing, and I was an absolute noob. We won, and in the chat they said congrats. You got your first win. That was awesome. Now it's full of dickheads making fun of whatever stat that they feel didn't live up to their standards.
Bylaktos frita, userflyer, ospuze, jedna hour ago, 8 votes, level 1, translation available.
Honestly, even a simple hello at the start of the game is not happening anymore. Even when I do it, I never receive it back. I remember that this was a thing everyone did back then, and even though it's such a small thing, it brought me more joy playing the game. By Still Blue 6, 2 hours ago, 7 votes, Level 2. Translation available. I love it so much when my team is communicating with the chat wheel. It's so much more fun when the whole team is hyping after a cash out steal or thanking after revives. Sad that it rarely happens anymore. By Turbulent Opposite 12, 4 hours ago, 7 votes, Level 1, Translation available. Nah, I agree, man. Raging and expectations are reserved for ranked. Outside of that, calm TFDOUNNN.
Calm the frick down. But yeah, this game is hyper competitive, not beginner friendly. They don't have a lot of games that are beginner friendly, and maybe they will try to improve that next season. Again, as far as I'm concerned, I don't think this game is going to get any more players. I don't have any hope around it getting any more new players at this point because, again, they keep taking away aspects of the game. And even if they don't take anything away from this point, it's just like, can they add the aspects that they took away back? That would be great. Like, again, I'm pretty sure there's a large crowd of people who want Bankit to come back, who want Terminal Attack to come back. Because, again, Terminal Attack would very easily complement Point Break. And Bankit would very easily complement Team Deathmatch. As a matter of fact, Team Deathmatch would improve your Bankit matches and make them more eventful. But I don't know. Yeah, it makes me sad. I really want this game to do well, but they have stripped it of so much talent and so much creativity, and now it's just like, again, it feels like a shell of its former self, and it feels like a toxic community and unapproachable. There's no real beginner friendly games on there anymore, and it makes me feel sad because I love this game and I really wanted to do well. I used to brag about it to my friends all the time, and I just don't talk about it anymore because it's a shell of its former self. It's not the game I started with. So, I don't know. It's sad. It's a sad game. It's not the game I used to love. I'll still play it as long as it exists, but I don't think it's going to exist for long because they don't want to bring players in. They keep trying to do all these weird niche ideas instead of at least keeping the things that work. And I don't know. They'll do what they want with the game. It is their game. But it makes me sad. I'll play it as long as it's around, but man, I don't want to see this game go, but I feel like it's probably going to inevitably fail. And that's sad for me to say because I'm like, I really enjoyed this game, but I don't know what season 10 is going to really bring. And even if it does bring something that's, let's say, creative, it's like this game is so niche. I don't know who's really going to see it. Like I said, I saw the player base go up for the new season and then drop right back down. And I'm like, I'm not surprised. Because it's like this game is not interesting anymore. It's a shell of its former self. The bits of it that made it interesting, they took away, and they kept the bits that they thought were going to be good going forward. But now it's unapproachable for new players, and now new players are coming in here and playing against Sweats, and they're like, why would I ever touch this game? This is too hard. There's way too many things going on, and it's way too much to keep track of. I would just rather play Warzone or any other battle royale as opposed to this, because this is just chaotic. And it's like, yeah, I get it. It's a lot to learn, it's a lot to understand, and it's a lot to try to get into. And also having 3 different classes also makes it harder, because at least with like Call of Duty, you're all on equal footing, where if you have light, heavy, or medium, the game is going to feel drastically different based on who you choose. And it's like, that's a thing that makes this game even harder to get into, because it's unique in every aspect. It was like, it's harder to get used to a game that is so dynamic and has so many determining factors on how the game feels, that it feels unapproachable. Again, if you start off with light, you're gonna hate team deathmatch. If you start off with heavy, you're gonna feel like you're slower than everyone. And you start off with medium, you'll probably be in the middle ground, but the weapons feel kind of limited. And they have a lot of good weapons, but again, the best weapons are usually light, which I don't hate, because I understand why light needs the best weapons. But also, then when you go to light to play light, then you realize how hard it is, because it requires a skill. There's a skill gap, not skill gap, but there's a skill curve that you have to like play well with those type of characters. And if you use heavy, you feel like you're running with bricks. And yeah, you have a lot of things you can definitely use to make to be useful, but it's a lot harder because the game feels night and day between heavy and light. And medium, again, they have a decent amount of versatility, but sometimes it feels limited in the amount of versatility they have. So it's a fun game that has a lot of different factors on it, but it also has too many options for new players. And it's just like, I'm not going to say that it's overwhelming. I'm saying that there are so many things to try to master with this game, that taking things away kind of makes it, I mean, I know they're trying to reduce how overwhelming the game is. It's like, okay, but at least leave the games in that would be beginner friendly. Like, again, I would start people, if I had a list on how to start people off with this game, I would start people off with Bank It, and then introduce them to Cash Out. And then if I wanted to go by levels, as a matter of fact, let's go by like levels of hardness. If you want to go with the easiest game, Bank It would be the easiest game by far, because all you have to do is get the coins and then cast them out. And if you don't know how to play the game, you can have your team protect you. People who know how to play the game will match them up with people who have never played the game before. And we would encourage the people who are coming into the game, or sorry, the people who have played the game, to teach the people who have not played the game how to play the game. Well, the tutorial should do that. Obviously, we've known that the tutorial isn't doing a great job with that. So I would encourage people who have played the game to teach those who have not played the game how to play the game. Team Deathmatch is a great way to learn how to defend your coins and how to use your weapons better. So those two games will complement each other. I wouldn't say that would come directly after Bank It, but if you want to play Team Deathmatch, again, you can play Team Deathmatch, and then you'll be equipped to play Bank It. And so now you can use strategy along with your ability to take out enemies. Boom. Okay, what's the second easiest game? Power Shift. Power Shift at this point is probably not as easy as it used to be. So I would say the more casual game than that. As a matter of fact, the most casual game would probably be Point Break. Point Break is you just get to the objective, destroy the objective, or you defend the objective. And that would be an introduction to Terminal Attack, and Terminal Attack would be the harder version of Point Break. So what I'm saying is, if you had games that actually scaled properly, it would feel like a more cohesive game. So Bank It would be easy for someone to play. The money aspect of the game, it's like, okay, the idea is you want to get money for your team. Boom, we'll start off with Point Break, then we're gonna go to Bank It, then we're gonna go to Team Deathmatch, then we're gonna go to Terminal Attack, and then all the other games from there feel more competitive, but it feels properly competitive. It doesn't feel like it's overwhelming. It doesn't feel like what you're doing is impossible to grasp. You have games that are properly competitive. What we have now is a modge-podge of games that are hyper competitive and not beginner friendly at all, and it's almost impossible to approach, because it's like, I don't know what game is easy on here. Let's try Point Break. that's decently easy, but I don't know what's going on. And it's like, yeah, I can understand that, because if you're the defender, it's like, am I supposed to just defend like you defend for, I think it's 3 rounds. No, you defend for a full round, and if you can't defend, as long as if you are able to defend a full round, then you win. But if everything gets destroyed, then the attackers win. And I can see how that can be kind of confusing. They had a game mode that was like Infected, which would have been more fun had it been like, it felt more. I need to figure out what I'm trying to say. Hold on, give me a second here. They should have had something that was kind of like a either a designated team or a way to play like freeze tag. Like you can turn a teammate back uninfected or turn them back infected. Something of that nature. So it would have felt more like versatile with that game. I feel like that game could have been played better. I don't know what suggestions I could really give on that mode, but in terms of the overall game, just making it more approachable, putting games in here that make it more approachable. But it feels really hyper competitive right now, and it feels like it's hard to really approach for new players because it is so hyper competitive, and especially with it being as dynamic as it is, with you having choices to choose what type of player you're going to use, whether you're going to use a medium, whether you're going to use a light, whether you're going to use a heavy, which by the way definitely does influence how the game plays, because you're playing someone who you got to choose which one you want to use, and when you have that much choice against competitive individuals, it's like, this feels hard and it feels taxing. So I don't want to spend my time trying to find equal footing with different class sizes, with different health bars and different strengths. It's like, this feels too competitive. It feels way too, like, there are balances between each one of these, but trying to figure out the one that actually is going to work for me feels like kind of stressful. So yeah, that's where I kind of feel about the game. It's like, I love this game, I really wanted to do well, but I don't think it's really approachable for new players. Again, I really hope that changes to some extent, but I don't know really if it will. And again, I'll just see where the game goes. I'll play it while it still exists, but I don't think it's going to be around for a long time, and that makes me sad, honestly. But I really hope to see this game thrive. I really hope to see this game bring in new players, but I don't think it's going to. And I especially don't think they're going to add aspects of the game that make the game more approachable. I would love them to. I mean, more than anything, I would love them to. But again, I've been waiting for at least 3 seasons for them to bring back Bankit and for them to bring back Terminal Attack and to bring back aspects of the game that make it fun. But I guess again, my hope is ill fated. It's pointless, and as much as I love this game, it's one of those things that make me sad, because I feel like this game is going to continue to lose players because of how niche it is. But I mean, the developers are going to do what they're going to do. They are going to push this thing in the direction they feel like it should go. But in terms of this game being approachable, I don't know if it ever will be. And that's the thing that saddens me the most, because again, I want this game to be loved and liked, but I feel like it's still going to be a niche game for a long time, and they might make the game different, but I don't think it's ever going to be approachable at the level that they want it to be. Like they said, like they said that it was going to be not season 9. They said they wanted to try to make season 9 the best season ever, and clearly it hasn't been. It brought in more players, which is good. It definitely does feel better than season 8, but even still, it's like, this game, I don't see how any beginner would ever want to play this, because it's just confusing. There's too much choice in terms of, like, again, light players, medium players, and heavy players. If you took that away, obviously it wouldn't be the finals anymore. And I'm not saying you should take that away, because you shouldn't. But at the same time, you still have to have modes that are somewhat approachable for people. And again, the current state of the game right now isn't that. Especially when it comes to the competitive aspect of it, because let's say you're playing for the first time and then someone's like, oh my gosh, you suck. It's like, well, now I don't want to play this game anymore because people got mad at me for not being good at this game, when this game is way too fast paced. Which, yeah, it is. It's incredibly fast paced, especially if you're using a light. It's if you have ever played anything like Warzone, or not Fortnite, but any sort of battle royale, this is like that on steroids. And it's like, oh, okay, this is a way much higher, more stressful experience than I ever could have expected. It's like, yes, it's not exactly fun for everyone, and that's unfortunate. I mean, again, I want this game to be such a fun experience for like everyone who plays it, but again, there's so many aspects of it that make it not approachable. So yeah, I've had my rant for the day, but man, I want this game to do well, and it's saddening again, because I know I feel like this game is not really going to grow as a community. It's not really going to reach more players, and it's going to continue to stick with this niche audience while also not being the level of fun that it was when it first started. But that's just my opinion. You can put your disagreements down in the comments below, but I want this game to do so much better than it's doing. I just feel like it's just not going to. Anyways, that's it.